Morning, YouTubers. I'm going to do a video on question and answers. Pardon the scratchy throat. I was out in the rain. It's raining so heavy here in Cali. But yeah, I was out doing Mom's grocery shopping, but that was fun last night. But okay, now I'm going to answer question and answers. I'm going to try to answer all these questions I get, which are kind of interesting, but I'm going to answer them. I got them all kind of bunched up, so pardon if I'm looking over here. Whom do you think is the sexiest man alive? Probably Shah Rukh Khan. I think he's really sexy. And if you guys don't know who he is, Google him. He's really sexy. I have a big interest in Bollywood. I watch some of the Bollywood movies. Anyway, whom do you think the sexiest woman alive is? I thought Betty Page. She's not. She's gone, but I thought she was really, really pretty. Maybe Drew Barrymore. I think I love all her movies. I loved Ever After. I know I'm gonna get looked at for that one, but yeah. That's another question. What is your all-time #1 favorite movie? As you guys know, is Gypsy '83 and E.T. And really honestly, I have to throw in some of these because I got a lot of movies that I really love. Nightmare Before Christmas and Lost Boys. I love those. Let me stand up for just a minute. I'm up early. I don't know why I could not sleep. I guess I went to bed kind of early last night. Well, I didn't really 10, and then here I'm talking about that, and I got up at 4:30 because I have to get up at 5 every morning and go to work. So anyway, let's get back to the questions and answers. Would you ever get married? I don't think so. I love my life how it is. Are you in a relationship? Yes. Are you in love? Yeah, I am. What's your favorite colors? Red and black. What is your best quality? I think I'm funny and I'm giving. I do, I try to help people. Especially, a lot for my mom. Some people can't help themselves, And I love animals. I have a lot of animals. That's the next question coming up. How many pets do you have? I have a Chihuahua, a Poodle, a turtle, 5 fish tanks, some lovebirds, and a tarantula. That's quite a few. I have to have more than that. I want a guinea pig for Christmas. Anyone heard that out there? I used to always have a guinea pig. And I miss them. I miss them. So, okay. What's my worst quality? Probably my temper. And being spoiled. I've been spoiled my whole life. My mom and dad spoiled me rotten, and then as I got in a relationship that continued on too. That's a terrible quality because I'm very impulsive too. If I see something, I want it now, not tomorrow, and usually I get it. So yeah, I think that's kind of a quality that you have to learn to be patient for some things, so I'm working on it. You know how some women are, you just gotta have some things. Okay, let me read this over here. What are my hobbies? Singing, photography. I was my school's photographer. That was really, and I still love to go take a lot of pictures, and I develop a lot of my own pictures. That's the first thing. It was really weird that my mom ever bought me was a Nikon camera, and the things to develop the pictures with and all that. To build my credit, I remember that was so cool. When I was 16, she bought me all that stuff, and I thought that was cool. And that was a really expensive camera and shit, and I paid every dime, so you learn. She's taught me a lot of stuff. And that's another thing. Whom is your best friend? I would say my mom and Stan. They are the two best friends I could have. Plus, I have a lot. I have a lot of friends, though, you know. And I could name a lot. I consider all my friends precious, very precious. What's your favorite author? I love to read Edgar Allan Poe. And I love Anne Rice too. I like to read a lot of different things. That's one of my passions, and I love. Another interest of mine is other cultures. I love to read about other cultures. Very, very huge interest in India. I want to go there someday. That's a dream of mine. Another question. This was asked by one of the YouTubers. If my house caught on fire, God forbid that never happened, with all the quirky collections I have, what would I grab? Probably my dogs first, and try to get all my dolls, I guess. I don't know. There's so many. I have a lot of stuff. Probably some of my all my pictures. Some ones that I took myself that are precious to me. So, and then out in my Disney room, some of my cells. I don't know. It's hard to figure out what would you take, because you can replace stuff, but you can't replace your little pets or anything like that. So, thanks for that question, by the way. That was kind of a cool one. I never had that one popped at me, but thank you. Okay, let me move this down further because I'm trying to answer them all for you. What do you buy, excuse me, when you go shopping? Usually I go out looking for my Living Dead dolls or quirky things, or I buy clothes. I have a lot of clothes too. And a new purse or something, or backpacks, those small backpacks. I have a lot of those. I love those. Or something Nightmare Before Christmas. And of course, you guys know I love my Barbies and Living Dead dolls. And I'm a big movie fanatic. I have a huge DVD and Blu-ray collection. And those always come out every week, so you just build, Luckily, my house is a pretty good size, so I can pack neatly. And another thing, here's another question that I'm coming up on. What do you think would be the closest thing to what you would have to be mental? I think I have OCD in a sort of a way to where every little thing in my house, I know where it's at, and it has to be perfectly, neatly put away. And if someone touches it all, I know. I know that sounds crazy, but that's just part of having OCD. I have to have everything just in its place, even though I have a lot of things, but it's done very neatly. What kind of family do you have? I have a great family. And then there's some side of the family, which I'm not going to bring up. I think that we just don't know each other. It's called You Don't Know Me. And that's sad. People shouldn't be like that. And even if anyone's ever done anything to me, I'm pretty forgiving. And I just think that always, no matter how many times that you've been mad at your family or something happens, always remember blood's thicker than water, no matter what, which is true. Very true. Like the saying goes, you can say something, other people say something about my family. No matter who it is in my family, I get mad. And why? Okay, here's another question. Why would you delete someone? For making a rude comments or talking about racism or something like that, I would delete you. This is the rudeness. And I've had people that just came on my channel, someone I knew, and said, well, I don't like this, what you said, or whatever. So I just delete or block them. It's just so and do I let that bother me? I think it did when it first happened to me, but I realized the ignorance, and they're closed-minded, so you just can't, and they're judging you, And I just figure if you're mean to someone, I truly believe this. This is one thing I truly believe. What goes around comes around. So I wouldn't want to be mean to really anyone or hurt anyone. And, okay, here's another one. Oh my God. What is your biggest passion? It's not, I know I love to shop, but really it's the ocean. I love that. And that's another thing. Where's my favorite place in the world? Two places, Disneyland and the going on the ocean, the beach. It's just tranquil to me, very tranquil. Where was the first place you lived? Alone? That's an odd question. Where's the place? Well, let's see. Probably here, my home. I've owned my own home since I was 19. I was very lucky. That's just the situation that I was in, which I was blessed and lucky with that. Yeah. And I love my house. It's an older house, but I love it. It's my little castle. I call it my Gothic dungeon. Why did you start YouTube? I started watching some videos, and I thought, that's cool, you know, and I just thought it was a little hobby. I like sharing, you know, showing you guys my little collections and stuff. And, you know, I don't mean to show it like you're showing off or anything, but you just want to share, you know. I like to share my collections and things I do, places I go with people. You know, I just think it's fun, because I like to look at other people's collections and watch, you know, people's videos when they went somewhere. It's fun. I like to see people happy, you know, that's another thing. I don't like to be around negative people. You know, they bum me out. I don't want to hear, like, are judgmental. Like, you know, someone will say, oh my God, and I don't hear this too often, even in my workplace or anything. Oh my God, you have a tattoo. Well, so what? You know, but there's a lot of judgmental people out there. Who cares? We don't know, you know, how they were raised or whatever. But if they said that to me, or if they're asking me a question, I'm not going to block or delete them for just trying to ask me a question. I just, that's their opinion. I just figure that's the way they think. What quality in someone do you look for? What do I look for? To be true to you, you know, honest up front, that they wouldn't stab you in the back. Because I've had that happen before, when I trusted someone and then they turn around and hurt me. But I'm very careful who I choose to bring in my circle of friends. And especially, you know, that's just how I am. But I have a great, great family, so, and we're all very close. We're like, oh, you know, what one knows, the other one knows. What's my most prized possession? Well, it's my dog collection. And one thing over here, I consider this one of my very favorite things. This is my Dimebag Darrell Dean guitar, and I loved Pantera, and what happened to Dimebag was just absolutely unspeakable. So yeah, that was just terrible, but that's one of my prized possessions. Probably in my first camera that my mom bought me, my Nikon. That's one of my prized possessions too. I have a lot of things I like, you know. So probably my Winnie the Pooh book, the very first one. That's another thing. Okay, moving on. That's an odd question. Who do you absolutely hate? Hate? I'm not really a big fan of Carrot Top, I guess. I don't know. I don't really hate anyone. I don't like people that are, like I say, judgmental. And it's not a hate thing, I just don't like you. I mean, I can forgive anyone. That's just put it behind me. I don't hate anyone. What would be the next tattoo you wanted? A Sally tattoo. Haven't had time to get it, but that's what I'd like to get. What do you wish for everyone? Peace. I know it sounds quirky. Everyone to be at peace. Because I think the world is so stressed, anxiety. With what's going on in the world, the economy and stuff. I just think there's a lot of people have a lot of anxiety. What would you do? What would you do if this was your last day? Probably go to Disneyland. Let's see. I got so many questions here been asked me. What's your favorite collection? Because I know you're a big collector. Oh, probably my dolls and my movie collection. I have a lot of books too, so yeah. What would you do if someone came up to you and just slapped you? What would I do? I'd probably call the police on them. I mean, why in the world would you... That's a crazy question, but yeah, I'd call the cops on them. Plus, I always carry pepper spray, so I'd probably spray them in the eyes. What is your favorite clothing? I'm in scrubs all day. When I get home, I like to put my pajamas on. That is my favorite thing, to lounge in my Nightmare Jack Before Christmas pajamas. Yes, that is my favorite. Anyway, I'm going to end this because I have answered, and I still got tons of questions on there. If anybody ever wants to ask me a question, go ahead, and I'll try to answer it the best I can. I don't like to get really deeply personal, because YouTube is here just for fun. It's just a hobby, and I think it's a fun outlet just to talk. But I'm going to answer my last thing. What was the meanest thing anyone ever did to you? Maybe tried to bring up something hurtful, but I'm above that. My mom and my friend have helped me a lot with that. Tried to hurt me, through their, slang or whatever, and I don't care. I know that, you got to think of, I lost someone real precious to me, and someone tried to hurt me with it, but I know they're in a better place. So you have to always, we'll meet again, right? So how can that hurt someone? Who, it's better than here, right? So, because what if it happened to them? It could, that would be the worst thing in the world. I mean, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I mean, life is precious. Here's the famous saying, live life before it lives you. And with that note, I'm going to end this video. I tried to answer all these questions, so love you guys. Give it a little insight on what I think and who I am, and I just want everyone to be happy, and hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, or whatever you believe. Just try to be loving and forgiving. So have a beautiful day. Love all you guys. Bye.